here today with warrior race athlete Hanneké Dannhauser.
Hi, thank you, Carly. Nice being here.
Hanneké, let's just start this out by where it began for you. In 2014, you joined Warrior Race and you went in your first race. You did Black Op Elite. You didn't even start with rookie, and you placed third. What was the appeal that drove you to go straight into the deep end like that?
Well, Carly, I've always been a tomboy, so I'm used to like taking stuff head on. And a friend of mine said, "Why don't you just do the elite? Why start with the normal Black Ops?" And well, I decided to. Well, what's the worst thing that can happen? And yeah, so then I decided to do the Black Ops Elite, and I was pleasantly surprised with my third race. I didn't know what to expect. But I really enjoyed it, and that was my thing, and that's where everything started.
Yeah. And what were you doing before this time? I mean, your average person of a reasonable fitness wouldn't go into Black Ops Elite and place third. So was there specific training you were doing, or is it just a natural talent?
You know what? I've been doing functional training at the time and playing action netball. I was climbing ropes, and I went to the military base and just did some ups and overs, not knowing what to expect, just in preparation for the first warrior race I'm going to do. So, so I think, I've always been active, always been like the girl playing touch rugby with the guys and volleyball and stuff like that. So it's just really my thing, the obstacles.
And was it from that first race that you realized you could, potentially make a career out of this, or did it take a few more races before that realization came to be?
So I didn't know what to expect, and I said, well, I know what the race is all about now, so let me train more grip.
Yeah.
The monkey bars got me down at the first race.
Really? Okay.
Monkey bars. If I look at the recordings from that race, I couldn't believe that I couldn't do a monkey bar.
Yeah.
and that just shows you what warrior race is all about. They break you down and build you up.
Yes, exactly.
So.
And what was that feeling of driving your first Jeep home?
Well, that was something else. That was the first race in 2015.
Okay.
And it was so rewarding to get something for what you worked for.
Yes.
And by that time I've been training more intensively for the obstacles at Warrior Race and stuff. So I was so grateful, to be honest. Yeah.
And you speak about how supportive your husband is. What was his reaction at this point?
Oh, he's always been there, supporting me and everything. And so he was so proud of me. I think, I don't know if I'll be able to enjoy a race as much if he's not there. So he's like my pillar.
Some of the obstacles they have like breaking points. I mean, they put that there to test you to your limits. Like your average Joe and stuff might not be able to overcome that mental and physical barrier. What is it about your warrior heart that gets you through obstacles like that?
Well, the thing is, the same as in life. You should have like this attitude, no-die attitude, because if you just go on and you're persistent, at the end of the day you will be able to complete it. And that's why most successful people never quit. And that's why I always tell the people to look up, get up, never give up, and never say I can't do anything. Like Bear Grylls says, you can't do that yet. Okay, so it's always trying to better yourself.
Yes. You speak of Bear Grylls now. You did that survival race last year in the UK, Bear Grylls survival race, and you placed second. That's an incredible achievement. What did that feel like?
Well, it was awesome. I didn't expect to place second because it was a 50-kilometer race. That's the furthest I've ever ran. And with the obstacles in between, so I was feeling, I was so grateful for that. It was really they had these slogans everywhere, like motivating you when you run, and so it was really something else.
And the obstacles themselves, how did they compare to Warrior Race?
Well, it wasn't that technical. So your obstacles were basic military stuff, like you had your monkey bars, and then you had to put on an army kit and run through the woods, and you had to make a fire with a flint and burn like your little stringy off, and memorize like coordinates, and so it was really like ultimate survival type of race. So and the competitors and the whole spirit of the thing was just so amazing.
Do you look up to Bear Grylls?
Yeah, of course. I think he's like the coolest guy ever. He's really so humble.
Yeah.
And despite of all his fame, and he still motivates people, and he's never like going on about himself. So I think that's the main
Humble
thing
guy.
I love about him. Yes.
One of his slogans actually for that survival race is find your warrior spirit and prove that life is a journey best lived boldly. I mean, you could almost say that you find yourself in the same position as Bear Grylls. People are looking up at you, you're pursuing this life of adventure. So how would you encourage people to find that inner warrior and live that life of boldness?
Well, the thing is, you can ask yourself one question. Why not? Okay, so there's nothing on earth that keeps you from pursuing your dreams, okay? So, I mean, if you want to be the best at something, why not? Okay, so you have obstacles, you can overcome them. If you really want something, you can get it, okay? Because the only thing holding yourself back is yourself. So I think, the first step is, to come back to your question, is to step out of your comfort zone and just try something new. Because if you just stay there, you're never going to reach anything or see what you are actually capable of doing. So, I think just to look up, get up, and never give up. I think that's the answer. Never give up. Never ever give up. Winston Churchill said in his speech, never quit, or never give up.
I know, but it's one of those ones.
It's one of those ones. And that was all he said the whole speech through. So, I mean, and that had such a great impact on his crowd. I mean, that was all he needed to say to motivate them.
Exactly.
So, and I think, we can live by that. And I think by grace, we can be thankful, to be able to run, to be able to train, and to work towards something. So I think, always give thanks to God.
Yes. And that slogan you spoke of, look up, get up, never give up, what do those individual words mean to you personally, and how did that slogan come to be?
Well, it's actually a friend of mine. He's like the creator of the brand, the Look Up, Get Up, Never Give Up brand, and his mission in life is to change people's lives, previous disadvantaged communities especially. And so his main mission is just to get the word out there, the positive word and love of God. So so I asked him, can I use it? I want to make a difference as well. And I started using it and applying it. And to actually say it and to apply it are two different things. And I've had a lot of challenges, but when I go back and I'm like, listen, Hanneké, you're trying to do this yourself. Look up, get up, and do this right. And then it starts to change. So I mean, there was obstacles I couldn't do, and I looked up, I got up, I never gave up, but I couldn't do it still because some place somewhere you need to know you can't do it yet, so you need to go and work harder. And if something doesn't work out, you're responsible to make it work, and you're the only one who can change it.
Actually, one of the races where you had to apply that was in September last year, where you broke your ankle. Tell us about that race and how that slogan got you through.
Yes, well, that was my favorite race ever. It was my 5th race, and it was at Hartbeespoortdam, and we had this obstacle where you had to do monkey swings, and it went up and down. And on the second try, I fell and I broke my ankle. And I thought it was, with all the adrenaline, it's just sprained or whatever. And so we tried and we tried. Eventually 2 other girls came through and they managed to do it, but the rest of the girls gave up. So they said, well, we can do burpees, but we're disqualified. And I said, well, listen, please, just one more time. Just let me try it one more time. And I was like praying inside, please, 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 God, help me. And they were busy with the burpees already, and then I made it through. And I think that was like the best feeling ever, to be able to persist in what I was doing, looking up, getting up, going through with it, believing in God's strength and not in my own, and actually doing it. And I think, yeah, that was like the most valuable lesson I've ever had. And yeah, so
And you even went across the finish line on your hands, apparently.
yeah, well, that was just
A bonus.
yeah, that was a bonus.
And tell me, I mean, people just see Hanneké, the warrior race athlete. What do you do on your downtime, or what are your other interests?
Okay, so basically I like being in nature with my husband, you know, doing like zip lining or anything, you know, out of the ordinary. Just like I'm kind of an adrenaline junkie.
So it never ends at warrior race. Your downtime is still adventure.
Yeah, it depends. It depends. If there's something to do, I'll do it.
Okay.
But I still like my quiet time as well.
Yes.
So and as long as it's in nature, then I'm happy.
So there's no DVDs lying in front of the TV the whole day. There's always something adventurous.
Well, I can start watching a DVD, but I cannot sit still for so long. So.
Lastly, I just want to ask you about the physical strain on your body. How important is recovery in this sport? And I mean, after a warrior race and pushing your body to that limit, there must be some kind of consequence.
Well, I think a lot of people will agree with me. I think your recovery and your rest is most important for training for a warrior race, for any sport, for any race for that matter. So at the end of the day, rest is key. Hey, after a race, take your break. If your body is tired, take a break. Okay, so the only people are different. So at the end of the day, you should listen to your own body, because I might need a week's rest. You only need 3 days. So the most important thing is to learn to know your body, you know, and learn to listen. So I think that's the key.
And is there anyone you'd like to thank at this point of the interview?
Yeah, basically, well, the most important guy is the guy upstairs. I just want to thank God, you know, for the ability and being able to be here. And then I want to thank my sponsors, Reebok, USN, and Brawl and Brightweights. And then, basically Black Ops Fitness. It's our training facility here in Potchefstroom. And they've enabled me to train even harder for Warrior Race. So. Yeah.
Well, thank you very much, Hanneké, and we wish you all the best for the rest of the year.
Okay, thank you so much.